ladies and gents, welcome to game number 3. This is a Hidden Cup 3 show match, and I have to say, game 1 and 2 were solid, probably not YouTube worthy. So YouTube, I can just tell that this one is going to you. These hero names are not going to be used in the main event of Hidden Cup 3, March 19th through the 22nd. But what we're doing is giving you guys a taste of what Hidden Cup 3 is like. Because I don't know who these players are. We're all trying to speculate. They've chose these colors every single game. And Admiral Yi Sun Shin did lame last game. And so people were thinking MBL, and he's gone Britons. And Richard the Lionheart has gone Khmer. Didn't Bact pick Khmer in the qualifiers? I think that it could be. I think that Richard could be Bact. I don't know. Chat's guessing here, but this has been fun. This is for $200, and the player names will be revealed. I think if this is going to YouTube, and it will, I will probably put... I don't know if you can do spoilers in YouTube descriptions, but I'll probably put who the players were in the description and get all the good games up to YouTube, of course. For the main event of Hidden Cup 3, well, hopefully you'll be able to make it to the live event, but when it does hit YouTube, I will, of course... Well, I'll put every single second on YouTube, but... Alright, so Hideout, you start with Palisade Walls. There is a difference with this version of Hideout than the qualifier version, and we adjusted the neutral golds, so they're a bit more fair, I believe. So these neutral golds seem to be pretty much between the players, so it's slightly closer to Richard. And then we also adjusted the relics. The relics were the big one. Actually, a lot of the qualifier versions didn't have the relics fairly distributed, and here it's 3-2, which is normally pretty common. There was one time where one player had 5 relics on their side. They ended up losing too, but wait, did they end up losing? I forget, but anyways, that's not a huge concern now. So if you start with Palisade Walls, it's a little bit of security, but normally your golds and your stones are going to be close to the Palisade Walls, so you could go aggressive. It's a real possibility to go aggressive here. But I think Britain's, the norm is just fast castle. Britain's is definitely one of those civs that's just figured out. So some people are saying that Admiral is Hera. And I haven't really gotten those vibes. But there's one thing about Hera.
Yay.
He always chooses meta civs. Like, Hera does not go for out-of-the-box strats. He just goes... Like, first off, he picks maps that are figured out. So, like, Hera's not the type to pick new maps. He's the type to pick a map where the meta's figured out, pick the best civ, and then try and execute the best, for sure. And that is a strength for Hera, because he's really good at that. And he's better than most at playing the meta. However, I think in the main event, as we're talking later rounds, let's say Hera wins round 1, round 2, and gets to the semis, depending on who he's up against and what preparation they have, it actually could be a weakness of Hera when half the maps in Hidden Cup 3 are not maps you see frequently. But it's hard to say. And Marintho, players are always pushing Deer on something like Hideout, so yeah, I can't really gather anything much from this. I just remember Bact picked Khmer once. But who isn't picking Khmer, man? There's... who knows? I'm not the Max. Twitch account. Hello. How you doing? You're not the Max. Okay, cool. Yeah, so these games were played midweek. So, it could be anyone, regardless of what they're up to right now. Garapta says, can you change green to another color? This is a good time to talk about this. I'm not a fan of doing that, actually. Because the player colors are such an important aspect of Hidden Cup, I believe. Like, Leary, he's up 2-0. Leary chooses green frequently in rated games, or would anyways when he'd have the opportunity. I will change it if... Oh, this is important. I think blue should send a villager. Oh, blue, send a villager! You're down 2 games. What if you lose your scout here? Maybe he wouldn't have gotten there in time. Oh, don't lose it, Richard. No, Richard! He now has no clue what his opponent is going for. And he lost his scout. Woo, boy. Yeah, I'll do my best to show you guys things. I understand it's a bit harder to see on green terrain. And there's certain color schemes where if people are colorblind, it will create real problems. That I'll skip, but green is actually a really important color for certain players, and I'm gonna try and stick to the true colors of players as much as I can. And the other thing is, are you guys sick and tired of seeing red and blue all the time? Because on DE, they don't make it possible to choose your color anymore. So I feel like it's even more of a sign, or mind game possibly, that it could be a player picking the color that they were comfortable playing with. And Nikov's in the chat right now. This could be Nikov for all we know, by the way, because these games were played the other day. And Nikov says that he started the green pick for Aftermath. Yeah, Nikov does it, Leary does it, Hera does it.
Ready.
I noticed MBL has been choosing. He's all over the place. Yeah, so I have data on what colors players choose and have chosen, both in Hidden Cup. We also have over 10,000 games of data, and I'm going to bring out all those stats during the main event of Hidden Cup as we try and guess people. It's going to be a lot of fun to try and guess. Jero, the main event, the main event for Hidden Cup is March 19th through the 22nd. So this is just Fast Castle for Richard the Lionheart. Super fast castle, actually. Holy cow. He's on his way to Castle Age. And we just hit 11 minutes. Super fast castle. So he wants to go for a quick Khmer boom. That's something else. And then, is it Barracks archery range? Okay, Admiral, who also can scout at the moment. And is he using auto scouting? Nope. He's going for the traditional approach with Britons, which I believe is crossbow, like one archer range crossbow. Yep, yeah, so archer range, blacksmith, and then a boom behind that. But by the time he clicks up, Richard will already be in the next stage. Your eco is super fragile when you do this, though. You don't really have the eco to go to 2 TCs. That's what's weird. I feel like he's not going to add a Siege Workshop. Siege Workshop Scorpion's probably a bit too slow. But having this scout here is huge. I think just knowing where the extra golds and relics are is good enough. But also, if he really wanted to see what blue was up to, he could go for it. You want to be very careful. If you're expecting him to make military, it's a 3 HP scout. So 1 hit from pretty much anything and you're dead. I think it's just a boom, though. If you see, that's a 13-16 Castle Age time. And blue is going to 3 town centers. But you normally need 6 farms per TC to keep villagers producing at all times. Is he going to be able to produce? I know he's Khmer, and I know Khmer are exciting, but just farm. He's got to continue to farm, man. I'm seeing this wood. I'm really surprised he's not farming more. There's more farms, okay. Now, he knows he'll be vulnerable, but he's placed his town centers in good locations. Here, he's protected his gold. This protects his nice little back area. I think what you do in blue's position is you go for a very greedy boom, which he has done. Oh, he almost shot the scout. And then you just go for siege defense with scorpions. I think that's the play. What does green decide to do? He's getting loom. I wonder if he sends a vill forward. I was thinking maybe a villager. Oh, the villager's right there. Yeah, okay, so I'm thinking a siege workshop. And kind of punish the boom with a few mangonels. But Richard the Lionheart, down 2 games, is ahead with eco right now. Not a fan of him farming out here. You don't need to farm next to the Millis Khmer. I would actually farm right up against the wood line. Or just on the back side, right? Because if any range comes in, it could be trouble. No scout to see what's going on. The villagers, he's actually done much better than I thought. The villagers are pumping out of the town centers. Also does not have stone to even build an outpost. So he is completely blind to this. Expects the crossbows, but does not expect the siege. Sony, hello. He says, go Richard. He's rooting for Richard. I won 7 games today. And I really want you all to be confused. I want to be confused as well, so that works with me. Housed again, must be MBL. Yeah, he is housed, but he's building... No, he's building houses expecting is going to be pop capped, so it can't be MBL. When MBL gets housed, he has to pull 10 villagers off of a resource to build a house. Pluto, this does not count towards actual Hidden Cup. This just gives them some extra prize pool. And it gives us a tease of what the event is like. This does not influence the main event at all. So whoever loses this still plays in the main event. Okay, so this is what I thought would happen. I'm really surprised Green is just now going to have a Mangonel, though. Like, this boom is pretty crazy. 48 villagers versus 35. Uh-oh. Save your vills. Okay, villager survives. Scorpion's on the way. And Khmer Scorpions have 8 range. And the crossbows have 8 range. And there's only so many of them. So Admiral really wanted to micro there, but I don't think he can do so comfortably. But I love how he's waiting. I love how he's not showing up with just one Mangonel. He's going to wait until he has a few and then really surprise Richard. Because at the moment, Richard... Okay, here's someone getting housed again. Maybe it is MBL. But at the moment, like, Richard's making just Scorpions. And you'll see he's canceled one. He'll probably have to add a Mangonel now. Going to stone now is Richard. So maybe he can eventually build a castle and stabilize. And now he needs to go for Mangonel Micro and Scorpion Micro. So in many ways, it's easier to be in Green's position because he's untouched at home. He's also going to get some relics, which I really like. Alright, so the Scorpions have 8 range, the Mangonels have 7 range. So if you micro properly, you can even use a few Scorpion hits against the Mango. Like, all Richard's looking for, keep in mind that the score is largely due... Oh, he added a stable for a knight! That's so smart! That is so wise. Oh, good micro. Actually, the knight might die to the town center fire. Okay, no it won't. But now you need monks. Or your own knights, I guess, if you're Richard. Good micro from both of them. This is incredibly close. But again... Okay, Scorpion stays alive this time. But anyway, back to my point. Richard, he just wants one big engagement. Like, just a few Mangonel hits, a few Mangonel trades, then that eco kicks in, and then he's fine. So considering it's 62 villagers versus 41, I could say that his strategy has worked how he would have wanted it to work. Oh, wow. Okay. That was a surprise. Still housed, Richard. What is happening, man? The micro and big shot from Admiral. So, guys, you get 100 points on that score for 10% of the map scouted. So, considering Green has scouted this and Blue has scouted this, I'd say that if Blue had equal scouting, the score would be even, and he might even have more. 69 villagers now. Like, he has so little vision. You know, I can't really eyeball this, but I'd say Green has, like, 4 times the scouting, right? On the bright side, though, when you're on this map, even if you lose your forward, you do have, another Scorpion goes down, you do have some time to stabilize at home. It's kind of awkward for Blue to do much more. Yeah, sending Knights out is not the play, and again, another Scorpion goes down. Because there still are crossbows out here. Green still has... He's adding his own Knights. I like this. You know you're behind in eco, just add a ton of military. Just buy yourself more and more time. Make it more difficult for Blue to stabilize. Another town center for Richard, though. He wants to go for the crazy mega boom. That's a lot of knights. Now, if Blue had 3 or 4 monks of his own, this could be good. He has 1, and he gets a conversion, and that is going to be huge here. Look at that. The conversion means 1 Mangonel less for the Admiral. Blue is getting +2 now. He wants to add Light Cav as well. So I see him wanting to add Light Cav for probably the enemy monks. So he wants to go Light Cav and Knights. I like the play. He already has light cav. And green, unfortunately, the monk RNG is just not with him. He was hoping he would have got a conversion there in return. It did not happen. Great defense from blue. You're actually in a great position to be patient right here. Just wait. You're still repairing. That was unfortunate. Green out microed you, but the worst thing you can do now is engage before you have the numbers to win the fight fully. So, I mean, he's housed again. He's pop-capped. He's pop-locked. He has been constantly. This does look very MBL-like, but it's also a player who's just under extreme pressure. He's trying to do 10 different things at once. There's only 3 knights in here. You can't engage with just 3 knights. If you have, like, 6... maybe. You have to consider the light cav don't hold up too well against the crossbows. He's just producing more light cav. Okay, so we'll send the light cav in first. Green spots this. How does green react to this? Again, how will the light cav hold up here? Oh my god, that was sick from both of them. Unbelievable micro. Reaction? Micro? Micro? Oh, big shot. This is sick. Remember, the knights are behind here. Blue, did he just get another conversion? What are these conversions from Richard? Oh, God. Oh, no. That's so... Oh, that... He had so much more faith in that than I did. Let's just say that. Alright, you really needs the light cav on the monks before you send your knights in. Richard! Richard! Take care of the monks! Okay, he takes care of the monks, the knights are here, and Richard will clean this up. We have no clue who this guy is. I have no clue. We've been guessing all day today. But while the micro wasn't perfect near the tail end there, he has enough to clean it up, and boys, Richard is in the lead. Whoever this guy is, lost the first 2 games, 103 villagers with the Khmer boom. And I mentioned it earlier, now Admiral needs to stabilize. And this is the beauty of Hideout. If you lose your forward, it actually sucks he put the relics in there. Blue can just take them for himself. But you can just castle at home and then prep for a fight in this choke between the edge of the map and the wood line. Pumpkin Guy, who I know as a... I don't know if he's Vietnamese himself, but he's in the chat and he's a huge fan of the Vietnamese streams. So I trust him on this. He says, T90, it's not backed. Backed always makes more houses than he needs. It could be ACCM, someone who enjoys defensive booming play. So, Pumpkin Guy, you know what I just thought of? Didn't Backed get married this week and wasn't ACCM at the wedding? I feel like they were traveling and really busy. I don't know if they would have had time for the show match. Because I know ACCM got home last night. No, Say My Name, I think, did. One of them. So maybe it's not a Vietnamese player. That's some insight that we won't have for the main event of Hidden Cup, but for the show match, I think that might be the case. We have to pay attention to weddings now to have any idea. Both players are on the way to the Imperial Age now, and credit to Admiral, he actually did quite a good job considering the fact he was behind by like 20 vills. Oh, he wants to stonewall here, and Richard said nope. He said, hi YouTube. I might be down 2 games, but I'm a solid player, just so you know. Oh, and Blue. Oh! Oh, Blue wants to stonewall this side. Okay, so he wants the fight to go down on this, on the left hill. But what do you do as Khmer? Siege Ram, Heavy Scorpion, Elephants? Pretty much with Khmer, you normally see exactly what they just did there. Like some huge expansion, crazy boom, go Light Cav and Mangonels, and then hopefully you get ahead so you can go for something incredibly expensive. T90's favorite part of Hidden Cup is that people won't say Tristan every time he casts Say My Name. Yeah, that's actually what inspired me to come up with the tournament. I spoke to the mods. I said, what do I do here? Everyone keeps saying my name. And I said, I know. We'll create a whole tournament just so I can avoid it. Perfect. Alf Bluben. Thank you, he said. Boop. Nesu, thank you. I forgot about the boop thing. I used to do a boop every time there was a Twitch Prime sub. So, with this area now secured, Richard can take this relic. He can take these 2 relics, so he's guaranteed to have 3. He also protects this neutral gold, and he's town centering this neutral gold. So green is really on the back foot. I feel like it's easier for Britons to tech into their ideal comp because it's actually not that expensive. But if Khmer have the resources, this can be incredibly dangerous for Britons. This hill is going to start off the fighting in the Imperial Age. Hussar was the first thing that Blue did. And we have Arbalest. He really wants to deny the castle. It's worth it though, it's just food units. Not many people have been guessing that Admiral or any player today was Doubt. But Doubt confirmed. Wait. Nope, not Doubt. It's not a Doubt castle. Wait. There's still a villa alive. It can't be Doubt yet. No, it's definitely not Doubt. Doubt would have lost that villager. Scorpions, what? Crazy scorpions? Okay, so he wants to, the madman is gonna do it. I feel like you need Siege Ram with it though. I guess Hussar in front, Ram, Scorpion. Can be sick. But you're talking 8 range against, what is it now, 10 range on the Arbalest? What upgrade is coming in? I think we will see Warwolf and Yeoman come in for Admiral. Now, guys, what's really cool is the casting overlay I'm using right now. It is just a makeshift overlay. And it provides more data than the actual game does, which is fantastic. But what we will have for the main event is going to be amazing. I can't wait to show you guys. Richard! These scorpions just... I'm not all convinced right now. D. Hetzel, the players do not know who they're up against? Yeah, I think Warwolf is in. So Warwolf will help the Briton Trebs big time in this Treb war. Yeah, so the players do not know who they are facing in the show match, and they also guessed who they thought they were playing afterwards. So when we do the big reveal, we'll know who is who, and then we can see what they guessed. Oh man, Britons are so good with Warwolf Trebs now. Good luck pushing. Like, Britons were already really difficult to push before. Where's all that food, Blue? Why didn't you put the food into the Heavy Scorpion upgrade, the Siege Ram upgrade? He's 200 population. He still has gold. Oh, he's forming over here. That's amazing. Oh, and he also wants to raid on this side. That's cool. The green is pushing back. It just caught me off guard. I was about to judge him hardcore, and then I realized, oh wait, it's the T90 Civ. So he does not have double crossbow. He does not have heavy scorpion. He doesn't have chemistry, so the scorpions are not anywhere near their potential. But I think just siege ram. Wow, just 5 or 10 siege rams in front of all these scorpions with the hussars could actually kill what green has at the moment. But also you have to consider that if the time isn't right, it's really expensive to lose these. So I would just back up. He doesn't want to give up this hill. He doesn't want to give up the area. I'm just waiting for a big Warwolf Treb shot on these scorpions. Imagine if these were upgraded. Woo boy. Okay. So he's getting heavy scorpion now. Oh, I'm so torn between wanting to see the scorpions in action and also wanting to see Warwolf Treb shots on the scorpions. Yeah, the hussars are just here to bait the halbs. Oh my god! Boom! That was sick! Warwolf Trebs are amazing, but now the siege rams are here. Oh, so much expensive siege is going to go down. The Trebs will go down. So many of the scorpions have gone down to the Warwolf Trebs. But it's better. It's much better for Richard. And that's a doubt castle. Admiral has to bail on the castle. So many people have asked me over the years, how do you beat Britons? The answer is any civ with siege ram. Just combining siege ram is so tough for Britons. Okay, the Scorpion's 7+2 range now. They do not have a double crossbow yet. That's really expensive too. I think it's 700 food and 500 gold. Or something close to it. It's incredibly hard to push with Britons. It's also incredibly hard to push Britons. So we're seeing a bit of that here. This is very stalematey. And I think now that there's less Scorpions behind, and Green's actually microing down these Scorpions with his Arbs, the Halves will eventually clean up the siege rams. Yeah, there you go. And now Green stabilizes. And Blue was thinking of making a push, but he can't do that any longer. Also, you have the raids on this side, and Blue's actually adding ranges. Look at that food count spike up with Khmer. This is insane. It's the way I would describe Khmer is clunky. They're very awkward to use. Strong, but clunky. T90, you broke our ears. Did I yell too loud? I'm sorry. Guys, I actually have dropped this microphone like 4 times over the last month because my mic stand is like, it's a $20 mic stand, and I have duct tape at the bottom to keep it standing. And I really should upgrade it. But anyways, I'm surprised the microphone isn't actually broken. I think there's a few things wrong with it. Yeah, we can tell. Well, I think it's also just me being a loud person. I can maybe like back up from the mic a little bit more, sorry. Listen, I might have 4,000 people watching, but I'm a simple man. If it works, it works. It just hasn't been working recently. This is a quality game. Now, this is just the show match. I'm so excited for the main event. Like, I've been pretty stressed and working hard on so many projects for it. But to see this game and have genuinely no clue who the players are at the moment, it's really exciting. Oh my god, the Scorpions! They stack, and the Warwolf Trebs seem to be the counter. Boom. More Scorpions go down. Oh, hand cannons over here. Interesting. Okay, so he's making hand cannons, I guess, to counter the Halbs. What's the relic count looking like right now as this fight continues? It is 3-2. Treb war against Britons. This is something I didn't expect to see today. But the Halbs really don't stand a chance when they get in close. As Blue just needs to get more Hussars on the actual Trebs if he can. He's really lacking the numbers. It's so difficult now. They're fighting on both sides. We're actually going to get to the point where the center becomes important. Like that wooded area there. Alright, so both players just losing so much siege. So much gold. And I think that will continue. Like right here, you'll either chop through or Blue will be a badass and he'll make a ballista elephant. Did he just kill up militia by accident? He did. What's that about? I don't think he actually wanted to do that. Again, maybe 10 more rams. Do you get the ram number mixed in here? That you take care of the Trebs. That one siege ram, watch how much damage he does. Oh, the poor militia. And yes, I just called the ram a she. Or a he, rather. It might be a she. I'm sorry, but... It's Richard the Lion Ram, okay? He's got it. When I see so many siege units dying in a game, it actually gives me a little bit of anxiety. Both players have lost so much siege. This is just a quality game, though. A green will clean this up. And actually could pose a threat this direction, which is why Richard has prepped a castle. Wood might become an important resource in this game. Like, they're both just trading equally. That's the thing. Look how similar that KD is. But is that enough siege ramps to take that castle out? That all-important hill. This trebuchet. It will go down. The Hussars do the job. That's more than enough rams then. More than enough rams. And that, with no Trebs, there's still a few Scorpions behind. But then again, is there enough support from blue? He's taken out the castle, but it seems like Admiral will be able to stabilize yet again. This is just round 3 of this same exact thing. Incredible. What a game. So how many people here, I don't know, like, I don't know if you guys are in school, or if you work, or if you do neither. I know nothing about your lives, really, unless you tell me. But I happen to know that a lot of people have already called off work for the main event of Hidden Cup. So I was just kind of curious how many people out there are kind of in the same boat and prepped. Why doesn't blue add skirm? Well, here you have it. It's a great addition. He's added skirm. You called it, man. Okay, some people. I got next week. I mean, some people, yeah, you got off next week because of the coronavirus. That's like a really sad reason that people who like have to stay inside for health reasons get to watch video games. It's, I don't know. But anyways, some people quit their jobs. Fantastic. That's great. Good to see you really have your priorities straight. Told my girlfriend that I'm busy. You definitely have your priorities straight. Perfect. All right. 19th through the 22nd. I will be here every single day. It's going to be fantastic. I just wanted to see how many people were on board already. My manager and I just watched it work. Perfect. You have a good manager right there. Now, can you kill this death ball without Trebs? I don't think you can. So that's what Admiral needs to use. Oh, man. He's trying. You see this? He's thinking about it. Little bit of a pushback from green, but how good has Richard been with locking down the sides? He just locks down this side now as he wants to make a push here. But it's so difficult to push Britons because they can defend with their freaking trebs. Look. That treb will go down. That you really need the rams. Boom. Dead. Blue has done a good job, though. He's going to take this snow now. He's done a fantastic job taking the extra gold control. At this point, gold is really low. There's only this gold over here for blue. Now that's a question. Who's better off if they're only relying on relic gold? I feel like Khmer are better. Because they have... I mean, their skirms are fully upgraded. I guess they lack thumb ring, which is minimal. They have Hussar, Britons don't. They have Siege Ram, Britons don't. So whatever gold you do get, you just put into rams at that point, right? Holy ram train! There's 15 rams! Choo choo! This is crazy. I don't think Britons stop this. You just have, blue, you just have to pay very close attention to your scorpions. Green is obviously trying to micro those down. But even the skirms will do okay versus the halbs. Like, you maybe kill 5 rams with halbs, and that's it here. Seeing the scorpions go down is really sad, and I'm actually going to try and put it off the screen so I don't have to deal with the horror. But the trebs will go down. Green will have a ton of reinforcements in here. Britons can't stop Siege Ram. That's the issue. And Green's buildings, which he's reinforcing from, could also go down. This is crazy. We have more scorpions on the way. More rams on the way. Halbs on the way. Well, not halbs. Sorry, I meant to say hussars. How? I'm actually really surprised that castle hasn't gone down yet. That's unbelievable. But he doesn't have much stone to repair. And there's more siege backing all of this up. What just happened? What just happened? How did Green actually hold that? How is that castle still standing? That's actually unbelievable. That is actually unbelievable. I thought 15 rams would mop that up no problem. It was so close. Someone says, just get rams, Green. No, Britons only get capped ram. It wouldn't work. They're pretty much going with their ideal compositions right now. There's no other way to say it. I would say for Green, you have to keep a mass of maybe 30 Arbalest alive throughout the rest of this game if you have a chance. Whereas for blue, it's going to be more about disposable army, so hussars and skirms, he can make them all day. Actually, he can't make them all day if there's no wood. So Hopefully this doesn't last all day for either player, but... Yeah, a Treb in defense again. I don't know, like, you could argue that Blue could have had a Treb or two behind that, but... We've seen him add Trebs before, and we've seen how many struggles he's had pushing Britain Trebs, so it's tough. I do like this, though. He has not forgotten about the right, and he wants to raid here. What a good game. Oh, wait a second. Is he going to onager cut through? Oh my god. Guys, Admiral is researching onager. And he's going to onager cut through. That feels like an MBL move. Can he hold against this? Because if he starts raiding that Khmer farming eco, you never know. Look how much the Khmer player has queued up, though. That's ridiculous. He's also taking out these stables. Oh, man. Not the best fight for Blue. Blue, I think you need to pull back here. He's obviously distracted by something. He's doing something else at the moment. He's maybe raiding, or maybe he's noticed the cut through. But he just lost his Hussars. And if you lose your Hussar meat shield, you might lose the Rams again. This is very cockroach-like. Just not dying. Maybe it is Hera, too, because I feel like MBL might pick something else. Maybe it's been Hera all along? Or maybe we just have no freaking clue. There is a Treb behind this now. Oh god, those Scorpions are stacked, though. The production continues. Now, what's funny here is Blue can try and just wall behind, but there's still onagers back there, so he actually needs to deal with the onagers. And this also frees up some pop space for Blue. If you've had hundreds of units queued up, and then you lose 20 vills, that's 20 more military that goes to the fight. So this actually could end up hurting Green that he tried to push like this, because now he's going to be up against more military. He did stabilize here, which was very good. What is she... What? I have questions. I'll find the answers later. This one Treb from Blue, it's doing work. It looks like Green is going to lose control, and I think what I said was it. Now it's 90 military versus 40. There's so much from Blue. He can afford so much. The castle will finally go down. Some huge Warwolf Treb shots. But will the Trebuchets be alive for much longer? Will the Arbalest, only 14 Arbalest too, will they be alive for much longer? 3 relics to 2. Blue started this game with an incredibly greedy strategy. And it's paid off, I'd say. Post-imp Khmer. Oh, and now Blue just runs through himself. Now he can just raid. It says, thank you very much. I was thinking of that myself. You just started the ball rolling for me. Yeah, and this is kind of a slow, grindy game, but it's pretty much all about that now. Take out the buildings on this side, eventually push this castle, and suffocate Green. As Green reacts to one side, push the other. Well, Green might actually be at the point now where he doesn't have wood. Yeah, he's out of wood. He's 40 wood. His wood line's going to get raided. He has a wood line here, but that's pretty close to the action. I do like that he's been adding more light calf now. Because against Skirm Hussar, if you go with some Arbs, Albs, and Halbs and your own light calf, it can be decent. Really takes care of the Skirms and the Scorpions. What a game. And just, guys, just like that, Green has more population? Blue stopped producing for a second, or what on earth just happened? Like, I felt like things were going so good for Blue. Did he spend it? Oh, okay, he spent a second adding some farms. Okay, now he needs to queue up units again. He just stopped producing for a second. What on earth? Maybe the raid like paid off? Maybe he was distracted by this raid, which did nothing. Green mopped it up. But maybe the villagers he did lose hurt him? He's adding a few more, I see. Oh man, so now it's round 5 in this center area. He just flat out stopped producing there. I think he wants to make a tech switch into some Halbs himself. The light cav were pretty terrifying, and I think it makes sense. Again, if you're comparing trash units, having Hussar with full upgrades versus a light cav is a pretty decent deal. I guess the Halbs for Britons are a bit stronger, and then you still have the Trebs and you have the Arbs. I feel like the Khmer farming eco in late game should benefit them, though. Very close game. So, Twitch chat, who do you think Richard the Lionheart is? I want to ask you guys to type it in chat, that way people who are watching on YouTube can get a feel for just how all over the place people are. Doubt, MBL, Fire, Lix. Well, Lix isn't... It's not possible for it to be Lix. Nikov or Hera? Really? Dogal? Backed? Okay, what about Green? What about Admiral? He's up 2 games. He's undefeated. Must be Viper, obviously. MBL? Okay, a lot of MBLs here. Leary, Max, Dave. Yeah, that's a good joke. Hera, okay. So you guys are going for Green, you're picking more top 5 players, it seems. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. He's starting to raid a bit again. Who even knows at this point? It's about population efficiency. And maybe having this many skirms is actually a weakness now for Blue. Like, he needs less skirmishers and more of something else. It's just, what is it? And Blue will sneak in with some archers now. 3 archer ranges, 3 archers, whatever. It's a pro move either way. Well, it's not good for Blue that he seems like he's on the back foot now. Like, he was on the offensive and it all fell apart. Hera had some tough days recently, so maybe he is getting wrecked here too, yeah. I don't know, like, you have to keep in mind that this week a lot of players have been preparing for the main event. And many of whom might have already played their round 1 matches. Because they play it over the next few weeks before the main event streams. And the argument that I can make against certain players is just basically because I know how busy they are. I don't know, though. I've been asking for some footage from Hera for a couple days now. And he's been really busy. Maybe he had a really long best of 7. I know he has school and whatnot and playing a lot of rated games, but who knows? I'm still not really sure, guys. I felt like Richard the Lionheart was backed. I'm going to stick with that for now. It feels very backed-like to pick Khmer here. It's very, like, everything with the Civ picks makes me think that it's a try-hard top 5 player, but there's so many players that would pick Britons on Hideout. It's just, like, for Admiral, that is. Hera would for sure pick Britons. Like, Hera... I think it'll be easier to spot Hera after a little while, after a couple rounds in the main event, because of his picks alone. And didn't he also ban islands? See, that's an MBL thing to do, though. Ban islands. But then again, MBL hates, like, 60% of maps, so... really hard to say. Admiral's population has dropped way down. And now he is at 30 military, and it's 67 for Richard. This has just swung back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. This is ridiculous. And what... I guess it was just the same issue for him. He just stopped producing for a second. What a game. This is an excellent showing of the quality that we will have in Hidden Cup, and also the confusion it creates amongst viewers, because, yeah, well, we will not have much clue. I'm really curious to see if the players guess correctly for the show matches. We'll have a bunch of these, and the best games will all go to YouTube. Oh goodness, what are the skirmishers doing? Do you read the chat? It says I'm lost in the sauce. You mean your chat and Twitch chat, or the players' chat? I think it's wood right now that Green's struggling with. Every time I look at him, because what's he producing? Arbs, and he's producing Halbs. He's lacking wood. And if he's lacking wood, he can't produce halves and he can't produce arbs. Blue has more wood. At least banked up. Then again, it's not the highest. His food count's just insane. That's just Khmer for you right there. But look at the amount of blue raiding green's economy. He's still at only 150 population. And then again, a lot of these hussars are getting whittled down by halberdiers, but if the production continues, that's just a non-stop annoyance to Admiral. Guys, this could be one of the rare occasions where someone with a higher score, like much higher score, loses the game. It's so rare in Age. I would really like to see skirms here from Blue, and he's doing it now to take care of those halbs. Still has towers there and TCs, it's just awkward. Woo, boy. T90, after this show match, are we going to know the real player names? Yes, exactly. So, we'll have a reveal. I don't know either, right? So, it's so fun. Like, the other thing is, how many times have you seen... Oh, man, a siege ram push in the center? This could be near the end. Oh, and green also has to send... Oh, this is a bad sign. He has to send everything he had here. Now, that's a good fight. But he is to address the middle. Oh, this is a nightmare scenario for the Admiral. Who would have thought that a turtle ship would struggle on land? He held his own. 118 years. 1 hour and 18 minutes into this game. But Admiral Yi Sun Shin is having a really rough time now. Now, the way this game has gone, it's just going to swing right back into green's favor. I just feel like that's coming now, based on what we've seen before. But again, he's lost some farms, he's lost access to all this wood. This game might go on for a long time, but I feel like this is slightly better for Richard. Now, if Richard sees those arbs, he should immediately raid here, and here he is. Here's the raid from Rich. Big Rich. He sees the lumberjacks, and he'll start taking them out. That's a good raid. Very good raid. Very important stuff. Just a few villagers here or there. It all adds up. They're sending skirms with it now to take out the halbs. Like, whoever Blue is, I wouldn't say that like little micro engagements are necessarily his forte, but he's excellent game sense. I mean, every player in the main event of Hidden Cup, there's a reason we had a qualifier, right? They should all have the game sense to know what to do, when to do it. But to now add in skirms every time he sends in a batch of hussars, it's just excellent foresight. And his production is off the charts, and green is really struggling. He's really struggling. He only has like one batch of units queued up at all times. 153 population for Admiral. He's losing control. Now, if you're Blue, this is where you use that gold for rams, just to take out the buildings. Just a few siege rams. Everything else you're doing is perfect. But just add rams. Woo! Max the Wax. And sorry, YouTube, if I have to repeat myself and anyone else who's been here for, I guess... Like, chat, if you can help me out answering questions, that'd be great. But for this show match and also the main event, they're all games played midweek, so it could be any player. I know that it's a weekend and some other players are playing games right now, but it doesn't have an impact on who this could be. It's the wood lines. It is the wood lines that's the problem, and rams are on the way now for Blue. Probably was a bit late for that, or with that rather. Even has some scorpions here too. Look at the production, it's actually covering his name. And, oh man, green is going for a fortified wall. Well, some people said it was Fat Slob. What walls is that even fortifying? This wall which has a hole in it anyway? Oh, this wall here, okay. Alright, well, I don't know. I don't know if that's really worth it. But he's desperate to hold on. Well, it is really... I really wish Blue would make a Ballista Elephant. Just to go through the trees. That would be amazing. Because it's really annoying that he can't get those trebs right now. Oh boy. Experato Hidden Cup main event is March 19th through the 22nd. Seems like this is an excellent promo because people are now aware of this. So, people who are not aware are now aware. Winston's Waffles rated us with 82 viewers. Welcome, guys. I assume he was playing AV2 today, but maybe it was some AV1. This is a best of 7 show match between 2 of the best players in the world. I don't know who they are, just like Hidden Cup, and people are trying to guess. I knew there would be a swing back. Oh wait, no, but here comes some raids. Like, this is an extremely intense game. And I said it when blue had control. I said at some point, green is going to stabilize just a little bit, and he has done so. So he lost some Rams, but still has Rams. And again, it's 3-2 with relics, so. Let's see here. Obadiah. I feel like you resubbed last week. Obadiah, how did your show match versus Luca go? Thank you for the 16 months, man. So I watched the first 3 games. I would say that in best of 21 versus Luca on those maps, Obadiah would probably win 11-6. I'm curious. But anyways, thank you. Hopefully you're still here. Malobe, thank you. Ben is Bane, welcome back. Nesu, One Day Wonder, hosted me with 1 viewer. Nice. Okay, blue just needs to get some more halbs in here. Nice. This is a solid army comp. If this was a 250 population game, this would have ended a while ago. But, oh man, green is he's actually mopping up! You've got to be kidding me! You've got to be kidding me! Unbelievable! What a ridiculous game! The cockroach is out here. Nathan M. Jacobson, thank you for 7 months. Thank you, Lagafulin. Much love, man. Smurf, thanks for 5. Smurf, he wants the pointy boys. He wants all the boys to come out for blue. That's what he just said. I agree. Maybe a bit more in the way of halberdiers there is nice. It's hard to say, though, because Britons have the arbs. So, oh boy. Oh boy. The Rams are here. We saw this all before. And there are some skirms and some scorpions there too, so the hussars will continue to pour through. And now blue is actually, this is a terrifying amount of army from green. That's a terrifying amount of army. Blue could lose his whole side. So it's important that he pushes in the center now. Willie, thank you for the 5 months. Balls of Troll, thank you for the Twitch Prime. I guess it's worth reminding you guys that for every sub this channel has, at the end of the day, on the final day, March 22nd, $1 extra goes into the prize pool for Hidden Cup 3, so that includes all the subs and resubs right now is just adding to the prize pool for the event, so thank you. Obviously supporting myself as well, but the prize pool's already going to be making history, so it'll just keep bumping it up more and more. What do I title this for YouTube? This is a best of 7. This is ridiculous. I still feel like blue has the lead, but green has been mixing in a few arbs here or there. It's just an unreal game. There's no other way to say it. And all the werewolf traps on the skirmishers. The longest hideout in history? Well, that wouldn't be true, actually. I've seen some pretty long hideout games. I mean, I hope it's not true. Let's put it that way. Better not be true. I've seen some pretty long hideout games. If it continues for another hour, though, it will genuinely be all about who has wood. And actually, it might even be longer than an hour. One Khmeri interesting game. Oh, Oracle, that was so bad. Throw some tomatoes at someone else for once. Get it? Like Khmeri, like very. Ugh. Blech. Boom. Jordan vs. Fire they had a crazy hideout game in the qualifiers for Hidden Cup 2, didn't they? Okay, now green's gonna raid as well. Look at the KD. Oh boy. That was just the throw of the century there from Fire. Well, not the century, but it's 80 military for both, guys. It's just, do you have the right mix? And I think the positioning is why I consider blue to be better. I really wish he would build more buildings here, but I guess doing that means you have to spend wood. He has some idols he has to sort out. He has a lot of idle villagers. I noticed this here. That's a lot of hills to be sitting around idle. Oh man, the trebs. Oh man! It's like every time blue tries to push in, green gets those crazy werewolf shots. It's unfair. Whose idea was it to give Britain's werewolf? Makes them even more impossible to push. Oh man. Like, someone said, but green is raiding. He was raiding! This game is so back and forth. See, as green addresses this area, he loses the center. It's just back. They're just toying with each other right now. I feel like the Khmer farms, you know, like having that guaranteed food income at all times in very messy late game is huge. And again, I'm looking at green, and I've said this probably a dozen times, but he's not floating food. He's not floating wood to the same degree. And I expect him to push here and then lose here. And then, you know, maybe blue can continue this and... Oh, this is a huge raid! Okay, I'm not overreacting now. If there's hussars here and there's also reinforcements coming through the center, this might be it. This might be it. Green was at 130 population and pushed back before, but right now... this looks significantly worse than it was before, both in resources he can collect, and the amount of military, and the composition he has. Is this it? I'm not overreacting. There's not much more I can say, okay? The challenge as a caster at this point is just to say the same thing in a different way. One person looks dead. The other person looks more alive. That might change. There you go. Okay, I mean, okay, let me ask you this, guys. How does green change his situation? I would normally say if he had stonewall this, and then push center. That's probably what I would do. I think he needs to stop pushing the sides, and he needs to push center. But if blue plays smart, and he obviously is a very intelligent player, he will continue to raid, and then make green address this, and then when green addresses it, go back towards the middle. So, oh boy. I really think blue, again, in these opportunities, needs to have rams here. Like, just to take out the buildings. A lot of these buildings have helped green stabilize, but last time he added rams, they just ended up dying, and that's wasted gold, so... But yeah, blue will see that green is refreshing lumber camps here, so he at least is very aware. Look, he even has an outpost. He is on both sides of this wood line. He knows. He knows how important that wood is, and he knows he has wood as well. And it's not pretty to lose skirmishers like this, but you're still killing vills in the process and denying wood lines, and you have resources to create more. So, carry on, my wayward son. Or my woodward son. Okay, that was worse than the joke Oracle made not too long ago. Again, if you just got here or you skipped ahead in the YouTube video, we don't know who these players are. I'm also leaning towards Richard here because I don't want to see this be 3-0. That's just normal thing for me to feel as a caster. Okay, he's now expanding over here, but you notice he's adding more vills and sending them all to wood. Like, all of his new villagers are going to wood. It's desperation when it comes to the wood. But again, imagine just a few rams here. Even just one, and the rest scorpions would be doing a lot of damage. But I think blue... Does it feel like he's very comfortable right now? He doesn't really have any reason to worry. It feels like he's very comfortable in his situation. It seems like he realizes clearly what's going on, and green is just trying to hold on. Score does not mean anything at this point. It's a combination of kills and population and techs you've researched. I think that's actually why green has higher scores, because of the techs. But then again, blue's researched a lot. But regardless, score... If the gap starts to close in, that does mean something. That basically tells green that, yeah, he is behind. Oh, look at the farm. He's building a new lumber camp. The scorpions can range the villagers too. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, yeah, build that one. That's a bit safer. Yep. You only have skirmishers on this side. Oh man. That's funny. Yeah, he doesn't have wood. And there's no pill you can take for that. This is Age of Empires. You're just... Life is rough, alright? I also love how Blue has been microing. Like, he'll notice... You see how he notices the trebs are firing, and he'll micro as best as he can there. I don't know, I didn't see a lot of super high APM from him in the earlier stages of the game, but again, he seems to be very comfortable with where he's at right now. He has so much queued up. I think he has over 100 units queued up. Like, it's covering the resources he has. It's bugging out my overlay. Okay, he's through here. This is over. This is over. I'm fairly certain this is over. I think that Richard the Lionheart is going to take this. Now, knowing me, I probably just jinxed him. But, you know, he found this wood line as well. Okay, green will send his arbs and his hussars, light cav this direction to clean this up, and now blue should see this as an opportunity to run in. Instant opportunity to run in and raid elsewhere. Oh man, what a ridiculous game. I guess it also depends where blue has units queued up, because it seems like, as I look at his stables, all of his stables are queued up. Oh, that's actually one thing to check. Look at how they've queued up units. It looks like he used multi-queue. What about this guy? Because Hera would use multi-queue, MBL would not. That's hard to say. I should have checked that earlier. Oh man. You know, a great sign that it's MBL, he still doesn't frequently use the auto farm reseed. So I think that if there's a player who's not doing that, even in late game, could be MBL. Whew. Green is Dave, blue is T90. Well, I mean, the result will definitely be what the result would be if I was blue and Dave was green. That's for sure. Let's just say that. Alright. Yeah, blue is... I mean, I wouldn't have taken this long, alright? 1 hour and 46 minutes, please. Please. That's alright. I already know Dave is going to make fun of me a ton when he casts with me, so we have to get my insults out of the way where he can't defend himself. I'm that guy right there. Don't have the balls to try and banter with Dave. Oh my god. 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 How many scorpions was that? That looks like 5 scorpions. Oh. See, we can say resign because it's a fun meme and because it's just fun to say resign, but can we at least respect the fact that green is, he's not dead. And this is like, so many times he's stayed alive. I'd like to envision that whoever this green guy is, he paused the game, turned on some BGs, and just listened to Staying Alive on repeat. That'd be perfect. It'd very much fit the moment. Like, look at how many arbs he has. You can't really push that without gold. Drickamer. You can't really push the trebs comfortably. The problem is, green can't really push blue, though. It's like... It is the unstoppable force versus the immovable object. Okay, finally we have some siege from blue. I mean, it took him long enough. I actually think trebs might be... Oh, God. Werewolf. Oh! Maybe trebs are a bit safer just to take out these buildings. I would have loved a few rams, but you're working on limited gold. Oh, man. What a game. Someone said, I'll go take a nap and come back and they'll still be fighting over some wood. Yeah, it's possible, man. Hey, that's what people on YouTube are doing right now anyways. I still remember the first time I mentioned that on a YouTube video. I was like, this is a Black Forest game, and you might think that's going to put you to sleep. Oh, goodness gracious. Werewolf is brutal. But yeah, I said, I know you guys sleep to my videos anyway, and the comments were all like, I feel called out. How did he know? Okay, so again, the wood is limited for green. Blue has safe access to wood. He is trying to raid on both sides. And green is... You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. He's going to stabilize here, temporarily. Okay, this is what I'm going to do in the future. You ready? This is the game plan. I'm going to do this for Hidden Cup 3. Tell me what you think. I think this will be more professional. I am going to, if the game goes past an hour, I'm going to record everything that I say from 1 hour to 1:10, and then I'm just going to replay it until the game finally ends. And then I'm just going to go for a walk or something. I get exercise. You guys hear the same thing you would have heard anyways, if I would have been there. That's a good plan. I like it. That's a healthy gamer move right there. Now, in reality, what's happening... Like, do you guys see what the issue is for Blue when he's trying to finish off games? It's that he doesn't have production that's close. So, it's that and the ARBs as well. Like, Green has been slowly adding in a bunch of ARBs. Keeping them alive for the most part, too. So, pushing Britain ARBs with 11 range, virtually impossible when you don't have gold. And also when you don't have forward production buildings, that hurts. So it takes him another like 10-15 seconds to get Hussars forward, another 30 seconds to get Halbs and Skirmishers forward. So it's quite literally just wave after wave after wave. But okay, here we go. Here he has a siege ram. So he can maybe, you know, distract from this side and push this wood line now. I put your long videos on at work because the sound of villagers responding, chopping, livestock building, and assorted fighting sounds soothe me. So you're saying that slavery and war soothes you. You are a sick puppy, old Sir Glory. Those villagers didn't want to chop wood. They were forced to. You animal. Okay, have your guesses changed? I think it's hilarious how Green keeps rebuilding lumber camps for efficiency. Like, you're getting hit by skirmishers. They're not going to be very efficient. Green is Fatslav? Okay, I'm just gonna say that that's not possible. He's definitely playing like MBL by not dying here. Someone says Yo versus MBL? Okay. Still the same, Backed versus ACCM. Really? Backed versus ACCM. Backed got married like 3 days ago, and ACCM was at the wedding. What if they played it? What if they played that after the ceremony? Like, hey, we have to do a show match. T90 has $200 for us. We can go party after. Let's play. That would be some dedication right there. I just love it. Does anyone else, like, you can see there's a lot of people chatting, but does anyone else just enjoy watching other people try and guess? Some people are so sure of it. I love it. Like, people would bet their firstborns on their picks. Some people, anyways. So sure of it. You better be careful, you know, because this is going to YouTube. And YouTube is going to see if you're correct or not. You can't let YouTube's opinion of you change, alright? That's dangerous. This is the internet. People are always right on the internet. But no, I think, you know, and again, I've said this 1,000,001 times now. I think Blue is doing all the right things. Green is actually pop capped. Well, he doesn't have 200 population space anymore. He's losing his stables. I just really wish he would have added these rams earlier. Because I mentioned rams, he kept adding scorpions, but We are getting closer. And closer. And closer. Admiral, just... such a stubborn player. Look at the score difference. You just don't see someone with that much of a score lead lose games frequently in Age of Empires. That is incredible, but it seems like we're heading that direction. Again, every time I look at Blue, he has insane production. He hasn't deleted villagers because he knows that that's a way to lose the game, and the GG is called. I assume the GG was called. The in-game chat's not working on some of these wrecks. 1 hour, 58 minutes, and 55 seconds. Now, couldn't you have just waited another minute and 5 seconds to make that 2 hours? Come on, Admiral. My goodness. What a game. What a ridiculous game. The score is now 2-1. So YouTube, this whole game is going to YouTube. The whole best of 7, kind of up in the air. I might upload the whole best of 7 and put it in the video description as unlisted. But as exciting as this match was, and as fun as it is for us to guess who is who here, this is just a tease for Hidden Cup. And I'm going to be honest, it's because I want you to make that bold step to come from YouTube to Twitch, like so many people here have done, and break some records March 19th through the 22nd. So, wow, this is crazy. Richard had more food, more wood, more stone, and more gold collected. 99% of the map was explored by him. The relic gold didn't contribute that much. I think it was the additional golds. And then with this much of a gold difference, I think Richard probably sold wood and food for gold throughout that game, which contributed to that gold count. There are a lot of people here who once started on YouTube and came to Twitch only for Age of Empires. So YouTube, if you'd like to participate and make it to the main event of Hidden Cup, the link is in the video description. All the info's there. Look at that timeline. My God. This is 75% of that game was played in the Imperial Age. You don't see a game like that every day, let me tell you. But T90 Official, you told us YouTube people are inferior. That's not true. Okay, YouTube, if you show up and we break over 30,000 viewers, you can watch me ban Varian live during the main event, okay? Which is really, it's also really fun because he's also hosting a viewing party for a bunch of Age of Empires 2 fans, so they can all make fun of him in person, alright? I promise you, YouTube, I will ban him live. Clip it. Just show up, okay? Varian's so happy about that. He's like,